What's up, guys? So this is a Rumi Mage matchup. If you haven't seen this deck, you can check it out at dailymetagame.com. Corey Burkhart actually wrote an article about it. The list is there, and he gives his thoughts on it. I'm still going to give an overview of my thoughts and how it relates to this matchup. We're on the draw here. So our strategy is basically to, since it doesn't play sweepers, to overload the board and just take out his efficient early drops. I mean, just like the rest of the core decks in this format, they have really good early drops. I mean, he has Vegas the Inferno, Bronze Drake, and Nuvu at 1, Faceless Sapper, Burly Berta, and I think it's the Hammer Flame, the 3/2 for 2 at the 2 drop. As you can see, he played a Throne of the Tides and Bronze Drake, assaulting his hero, and then swinging for 1. We draw a Verdant Boon here. It's actually pretty good. It's probably the best draw that we could have at this point. I'll go ahead and play a Savage in here. I was going to play a Core Crown Vanguard, but I'll go ahead and play a Savage and try to kill off his Bronze Drake and then just follow it up with a Bottled Life. Unfortunately, if you've seen my videos, I have the worst luck with Savage in here. I still recommend playing him highly. We'll go ahead. Here we go with the Bottled Life, but we're not going to crack it. We're just going to shift the turn back. But getting back to the Mage deck, as you can see, it plays the Delph package of Throne of Tides and Siege of their Demise. Basically, for this deck later on, being able to just for any deck really, being able to arrange your draws is just powerful. And I'm in a tight spot here, to be honest. Even though I'm gonna probably have 5 guys on the field. He arcanes missiles off my token, and then follows it up with a Bronze Drake, another Bronze Drake, and he's gonna get in for 2. I'm not sure why he's trying to attack with this one, but the power of the Mage deck really comes in 2 cards. The Empower Mage at 4 is just absolutely nuts. It's a 5/3 for 4 that comes in if you control Empower Mage. If you control another mage, he deals 5 to the hero. So you're always dealing 5. So, but I mean, if basically a 5/3 for 4, it's still just pretty nuts. And then by far, I mean, we have a typical play here, just Stash Karn and Verdant Boon, but and then we're gonna exhaust and crack our bottle. But going back to the Mage deck, probably in my opinion the best card in the deck is the Bottled Knowledge. I'm a Magic player, so I played a lot of Careful Consideration whenever it was actually legal. Back in my old blue-black draw new deck. But for those of you that haven't seen the Bottled Knowledge, it's a 3-drop equipment that when it comes into play, you draw 2 and discard a card. Then you can exhaust a Mage to basically draw another 2 and discard a card. So I mean, you're always, four cards, drawing 4 cards, and then discarding 2. I mean, especially when this deck can discard a Burly Berta to assault a hero for 2 more damage, and basically ditch a Arcane Barrage just to replay it later. I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's pretty nuts, especially when you can set up your draws. Yeah, but definitely, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the deck, with the Empower Mage being a close second. He drops another resource here and plays a Faceless Sapper. Now, these Enraged guys are actually, especially this one, they're really good, because the majority of the core format decks that are playing these Enraged are really ally heavy. So they have a really pretty decent percentage. As you can see, actually, he reveals a Burly Bird. That's actually good to know. He reveals they're usually always going to reveal an ally for the most part. I mean, if it's me, I'd probably never hit it. But he swings here for 4. I probably would have killed a token. I started killing off my tokens, but I think he just wants to get the damage in, and start the damage. I mean, he's already got me at 7 here. He's gonna crack me up to 9, and I mean, after this is where it starts getting a little rough, especially since he can seeds at EOT, or he can just seeds before he draws. He's got a Burly Bird coming up. We draw a Twisted Wrath here, but we're just gonna go ahead and stash a card and get another guy, and then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna clear some of these allies out of the way, I think. In fact, we'll go ahead and trade a Tauren and a Treant for 2 Bronze Drakes. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and trade those off. Let's get those out of the way. Then, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll trade 2 Treants for the Sapper. So we're just gonna play an Avatar. Now we'll go ahead and trade off for the Sapper here. Yeah, get that out of the way too. Then we'll go ahead and play a 3-powered Avatar and kill off Windspeaker Nuvu here. Yep, and then we'll go ahead and, you know, basically get ahead for the first time in the game here. So, and this is basically what I mean here by just generating a bunch of advantage. I mean, Verdant Boom, and especially in this matchup, is just, you know, it's one of our key cards. But I mean, just being able to generate, you know, bigger creatures and just lots of creatures. Back to the point of, you know, just like the most of the core format decks that don't run sweepers. So I mean, we're able to, our card advantage wins this game. So I mean, that's what it basically comes down to. Just overload the board. I mean, granted, know your know your matchup ahead of time, and you know, the majority of the lists for all the popular decks are posted out there. So I mean, you'll usually know if a deck's playing sweepers or not, whether or not you can overload the board and just take advantage of that fact. But we go ahead and get in there for one. We ship the turn back to him, and he's going in the think tank here, and I mean, he knew he was drawing a Burly Bird. I probably would have seeds of their demise at the end of my turn, but he didn't. So I guess he was waiting to draw. He definitely wanted to get the Burly Bird, but I don't know. After I played the Avatar, I don't know if I would have. I probably would have seedzed away the Burly Bird simply because it just would have died. It's just gonna die. He goes ahead and you know, he delves during his, well, I call it my main phase. I'm a Magic player, but and he basically just stops looking and puts them back on the top. So I guess it must be good. I guess he wants to keep them. And he doesn't follow up with the Burly Bird. So he might have bend it. I mean, I doubt it here. But we draw Bottled Rage, which is actually pretty good. We're gonna go ahead though. We'll play our Korkron Vanguard and just play an Avatar for 4. Yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and play an Avatar for 4, and we'll set up pretty much lethal damage next turn with a Bottle and a Twisted Wrath. Yeah, I mean, this would be kind of kill. I mean, I don't know. It's the Avatar is gonna crack in, and he'd get in there and gonna hit him for 9. I mean, there's not much he can really do now. I don't know. I still think I would have seeds at my end of turn, or at my end of turn, and then probably ship the bird to the bottom, looking for something. I don't know, maybe another arcane missile, or I mean, he still has this hero flip here, but I'm not really sure that's really going to do him any luck here. So okay, you ship it back, and he didn't seeds, you know, before he drew. I mean, I don't know why he's not. I mean, I guess he just thinks the game's over here at this point. But maybe we'll find out. We'll see what he plays here. I mean, next turn, we're just, you know, depending on what we draw, of course, but more than likely just going to play a Bottle, Twisted Wrath, and then probably drop Baba Ganoush. But the game's just gonna, the game will be over just by dropping the Bottle and Twisted Wrath. So okay, so he has a missile for our 4/4 Tiger. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we're just gonna untap. You know, we'll see after he ships a turn here, but it's pretty much what our play is. The game's pretty much over, but I mean, we get. I mean, drawing the Verdant Boon was actually it was pretty good for us. It allowed us to, you know, jump the ally count in our favor, and just trade. You know, have favorable, you know, trade-offs, and then still have us with you know, some allies on the board. So he's gonna go ahead and delve now. I don't know what he can possibly look for. I mean, he doesn't know we have Bottle of Rage and Twisted Wrath in our hand, or the Baba. So I mean, he's probably just setting up, thinking he has, you know, at least another turn. I mean, we're only at 9. Okay, so he bends it, so it must not have been. It must have been the Burly Bird there. Okay, we draw Savage in. So with the Bottle, we have 2, 4, 8, 9 damage. Gonna bring him 21. Twisted Wrath's gonna bring him up to 26, and that's just gonna be game. tell you what I'm thinking here because I just wanna, just want to get some more time. I mean, he had really good draws. He had a really good draw. I mean, Bronze Drakes. If the Sapper would have been a Burly Berta, um, I don't know. I mean, it's still. I think still would have ended up being the same because the bird just would have died. But I'd have had to, you know, I'd have thrown the tiger and a token at it. I think he should have killed off my tokens in the beginning here, in the beginning of the game. But I think he was just, he was gonna race me, and I don't know. I don't think racing. I mean, you'd have to have a pretty good hand to race the token deck. I just don't think the mage is able to do it. Even though, like I said, it can do really nice consistent damage after starting at turn 3 and going up. That's game. We're gonna go ahead and go to another game, and we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and see for game 2, guys. There, there's the GGs, and go ahead and stop the recording. So, all right, here we go, game 2.